Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Hope all is good. Chris Wood here. I am just jumping on for a few minutes to say hello. And also, I am a 5-year revenge, retaliation, full physical identity theft victim, skull splitting, brain injuring, body mutilations from Ontario provincial police. I am an attempted murder victim. I am a slave traffic victim of one ex-OPP chief. Year 2019, drove a white Jeep Wrangler, Napanee, Ontario. Had me shot on the corner of Center and Bridge Street. 1 Spencer Mills, 14716. Staff Sergeants, years 2019, 2021. Kidnapping, sodomy, sex assault. Shannon Cork, Dave Weiss, Robert Lucas, Robert Kane, 7224. Stacy, a mental health worker, was Napanee, Daily Tea Company, now Kingston. And Shelley Hafner, Justice of the Peace, ex-CEO of a hospital, Coverups. Patient relations, Brown. Doctors, Tatiana V, aka Margie V, Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. McGregor, Triage Terry, Tanya David, and a Paladin security guard, all involved in human trafficking, human sex trade, slavery trafficking, injuring, torturing, medical blacklisting, falsely charging to prevent anything legal on them, lies, time buying, cover-ups, obstructions, accusations, false arrest to prevent me from getting help, to prevent me from getting proof I am the end of my bloodline, and the ones that are guilty of attempted murder, even killing my mother and torturing and killing my dogs as well for revenge because of me speaking of their human trafficking crimes, the sex slavery, and other crimes that were taking place in Napanee, homeless exploitation for monetary gain through a place called the Mission in Napanee. They're involved in identity thefts and frauds, financial thefts and frauds, welfare thefts or welfare disability frauds, insurance policy frauds, identity thefts, stalking, sex slavery, rapes, and murders. The police, they're low-life junkies. One guy named Bill Woldridge is an alias name. He has many. He goes by Bill Woldridge, Bill Cooldridge, Stephen Mabin, James Bubbles, Robert Cross. He is approximately 70 years old. He is a delusional, psychotic piece of shit. He was stalking me. He was stalking my mother. He was calling my mother mom. He thinks that he is my dad. And he also thinks that he is Harry Potter. He is the boss and child predator with him for ex-OPP chief, the one that drove the white Jeep Wrangler year 2019. Then there is one Blair Frederick Hardy, who is the boyfriend to OPP cop Spencer Mills. There is one Tyler Teabag Lake. There is one Jason Gimpy Two-Step Van Alstyne. He is a well-known crack-fed crackhead. He's guilty of dealing laced fentanyl to cause overdose murders in addicts in Kingston and in Napanee, Ontario, with him for the police. There is one Ray LeBlanc, who lives on the corner of East and Dundas Street behind a pizza shop in Napanee. He is a child groomer. He is a stalker. He's guilty of attempted murder. There is one Dale Hartwick, who is aiding OPP, now involved in their organized crimes and trafficking for drop charges of a stabbing that he committed, now a rat informant and guilty of attempted murder, along with his boyfriend, Anthony Tony Hearns, Bridge Street, East Street, Red Brick Building in Napanee. They're human traffickers, human sex trade slavery traffickers, they're drug traffickers, they're guilty of tortures and murders with and for the police. I've been going through this for 5 years. I have no feeling left in my head. Damages are done. On a daily basis, I get completely and totally numbed down, and that's in hopes that I forget about this, in hopes that they get away with it. I am also the end of my bloodline too, going through this identity theft. And the whole point of this is to frame me and lock me up as this other fuck. And I will not be proven wrong on this. I'm having problems thinking. I'm having problems walking. I'm having problems talking. I'm having problems breathing. I get radar hypoxia every single day. My skull gets completely and totally deformed, sometimes on a daily basis, sometimes 50, 60 times, and I show it and prove it. As far as my identity theft goes, I have shown and proven full physical changes to me over the course of 5 years, and just within the last 2 months, it has gotten worse. And there is nothing I can do about it. Doctors are involved in medical file falsifying, medical treatment refusals, discriminations, and having me falsely charged to cover up their crimes and to prevent anything legal on them. Justice of the peace making accusations about being high on marijuana and hallucinating being sodomized, sex assaulted by OPP. I was kidnapped May 27, 2021 under false pretenses. Lies about being on drugs I do not do. I'm against them, and everybody knows me, knows I'm against them. I've lost too many friends and family. Lies against me about long criminal record and psychological record, which is certainly not true in any way, shape, or form, and it needs to be proven. Lies about long drug use, psychological record, criminal, none of it is true. Lies about being suicidal self-harmer. I've been trying to get help. I've been trying to save my life and my bloodline for the past 5 years. I've been trying to get legal help. My legal rights, my medical rights, and my human rights have all been taken from me. There's not a damn thing I've been able to do about this. I am 52 years old, and the ones that mostly are doing this is a 30 and a 40-year-old piece of shit, meth and crackhead, Jason Van Alstyne, Tyler T. Lake, and they are all very well known to Robert Kane and OPP. They're using these junkies to injure, torture, and murder victims for them. The police are. Public needs to beware because Spencer Mills is guilty of multiple murders through these pieces of shit. $22,000 extortion arrest. This is why I have not been able to do anything, plus me being medically blacklisted under the threat that if I speak of my crimes or the ones responsible, that I go to jail or I get a $500 fine for it. So yes, I am basically risking my freedom to get help to save my life and to save my bloodline because I am the end of it. My mother was also stalked and murdered by Bill Woldridge, the one known as Bill Woldridge. He lives at 149 Center Street North, behind Cowell Law Office, or was. He is approximately 70 years old, and he's the one that thinks that he is my dad, the one that thinks that me and him were switched at birth, and was also calling my mother mom. This is what I go through on a daily basis. This is the OPP you think you know. They are very seriously dangerous, and they are guilty of multiple murders, poor, homeless, elderly, disabled. You need to beware because there's nothing that can be done. Time is bought. My identity theft is done. The damages are done. And there is not a fucking thing I can do about it because it is OPP revenge. I now look like a piece of shit crackhead who is a bend over for OPP, Jason Gimpy, two-step Van Alstyne, and one Blair Hardy who happens to be the boyfriend and boss. to OPP cops in Napanee. You're jealous, obsessed, closeted gay, and I have nothing against gay people, but they are closeted gay, obsessed, jealous, gang stalking, murdering pieces of shit lowlife in Napanee, Ontario, Canada. So if anything more happens to me, I am Chris Wood. I am 52 years old. I am a full physical identity theft victim, injured, torture, medical blacklist, attempted murder victim with the intent. And it is all premeditated and conspired since the beginning, since 2019. Spencer Mills 14716, ex-chief or commander, year 2019 again. Staff Sergeants, years 2019, 2021. Shannon Cork, Dave Weiss, Robert Lucas, Robert Kane, 7224. Stacy, mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, left to further distance herself in hopes of deniability of her crimes. And Shelley Huffner, Bill Woldridge, alias name, Blair Hardy, Bill Woldridge, or Blair Hardy, Jason Minolstein, Tyler Lake, Ray LeBlanc, Dale Hartwick, Tony Hearns. They're all guilty of murders and attempted murders in Napanee, Ontario, with and for corrupt, seriously dangerous police who are guilty of domestic terrorism and treason. And as a matter of fact, because of what's taken place with me, I am more than willing to sue OPP and make them pay to have my dad exhumed to prove DNA because of the damages and the mutilations, along with having me physically fucking change my identity. You are pieces of shit garbage. You are nothing more than terrorist lowlives. Be safe, everybody. Hit the like, share, subscribe, and please share, because this is very serious and important. Lives depend on it.